live. And bang, we're live, Nate.
We're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the final night of the Olympics.
Oh, look at the guests we've got on tonight. Gary Hall Jr., welcome, my friend.
Hey.
Sonny in England. What's up, buddy?
Evening.
Roland out in, where are you? At Phoenix?
Phoenix, Arizona.
All right, boys. Legendary. Hey, Gary, listen, mate. We've got a couple of special guests that want to say hi to you that have come specifically to say hello. I'm going to drop them in right now. So this is for you, Gary. There's one.
Hey, Gary. Hey, that's my guy.
That is your guy. No, this one's really your guy. Hang on a sec. The next one's your guy.
Oh, come on.
Boom.
Hey.
Oh, look, they're together. They're cheating.
Hi, Gary.
Looking good, Coach.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So where are you?
Los Angeles, California.
Oh, nice. Nice. What do you think?
Mike, let me ask you, what was your final words to these two before they walked out to Sydney for the Olympic final?
I can't remember. That was what year was that?
It was a while back.
We've had a lot of more important words since then, haven't we, Gary and Anthony?
Yeah. Anthony's on silent still. You gotta get off silent. There you go.
Hey, I don't remember either. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go fast. Something like that.
Go fast.
Go fast. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Something that the implied confidence in what we were about to do was there.
Oh, is that all it took? Well, hang on. Let me text Bruno then. Go fast, buddy. Oh, man. All right. Are you guys brave enough to give picks for tonight? You want to do a pick list or what?
Well,
Yeah,
I think
I'll do
one. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Arianna's here. Hey, what's up, girl?
I'm having technical difficulties, but I'm here.
Oh, you're there. Don't worry about it. You're there.
You sound
all right.
good.
Sound perfect. Let's go around the room here. Mike, who you picking for the win here?
Caleb.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Fair call. Okay. Tony, what about you?
He's the man to beat. He's the guy with the target on his back right now, for sure.
Yep. Fair enough. Roland, what are you thinking?
I was going to take a lot for Caleb to lose this race. I don't see it happening. I think it's his.
Fair enough. Gary?
Yeah, I'm predicting Anthony Irvin with the win.
No doubt.
Look, brain arthritis has some gas in his razor.
On the Aussie accent.
On the Christie, we can count on his Timothy Chim Cherie.
I love it.
But I gotta say, seriously, the whole field is really impressive, right? I mean, Manado, that was some fast swimming. He looked good, the Hulk of Bulk. He could escargot the field,
Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, he's got the ability to pull one out when he needs it. So, Sonny, who you picking here?
Oh, it's hard to go against the grain here, isn't it? But there's a lot of people who've tried to close on Caleb this meet, and if anyone can do it, it's Bruno. So let's see.
Yes, there you go. Arianna, what are you thinking?
Sucking up to you, Brett.
Probably Caleb is the easy choice, but Flo.
Wow. Okay. Anthony, is it what's the secret to winning years apart?
I don't know. You just got to be in the mix. Yeah, I never thought I was going to win. There was never any huge desire to be the winner the times that I did do it, but I always knew that I belonged in that final, and I knew I had a good shot at the podium. So predicting winning, I think, is very difficult. And like even saying that, while Caleb is the guy who looks like he's in the pole position, Flo has the experience. Bruno has been super experienced, been super consistent this last 5 years of racing. And then there's some young guns in there, and I trained with a couple of them. So, I want to see them do well. But if I'm going to pick a dark horse in this race, Christian Gokolamiv.
Yeah. Yeah, he's legit too, man. That guy can race. One of the things that I recognize in him that he has a similar quality to you is he's able to bring his best under enormous pressure. He pulls out his best swims in pressure situations. So I think he's got a great chance too. Look, the field's wide open, really, isn't it? So we'll see. But look, I'm going with my boy Bruno. Got to go with it. Nate, who you picking?
Caleb Dressel.
Damn it!
But I would like to see. I'd like to see Michael Andrew maybe sneak up on the podium there.
Yeah, that would be good. Mike, when did you get back? I mean, a minute ago I saw you waving the flag for Yemen at the opening ceremony, and all of a sudden you're in Michigan.
Yeah. Just got back last night. I actually watched the heats in Tokyo, and then the finals here in Ann Arbor. So it's been quite the journey.
Wow. What was the surprise swim for you out in Tokyo?
It was fun to watch Maggie McNeil win the 100 fly. That was a great race.
Yeah.
She was something. It was fun. There's a lot of great swimming going on there. I think something that we have to take into account for the 50, and I don't think people have thought about it. It's just the pool, the waves in the pool, and the draft, the ability to draft. And I'm not sure why it's so much. It's affecting people a lot more this Olympics than any of the Olympics I've seen. So Caleb usually goes out really fast, and if there's a couple guys that get on his lane, and if he doesn't stay in the middle, he could pay the penalty, and somebody in the outside could get their hand on the wall. I'm not saying the people next to him will beat him, but I think there's that outside lane. It's got some, it's got some speed.
Mike, while we got you here, just a couple more seconds here. Like, you coached two of the greatest sprinters in history, and both of them are here with us tonight, Gary and Tony. Just give me 30 seconds on each one of them. What made them special?
Yeah, well, you got Roland Schoeman there on tonight too, so you might want to throw him in there. Instead of throwing him under the bus, throw him on top of the bus. Hi, Roland. Good to see you,
Coach. Great to see you.
I mean, I think that all the sprinters, they have some, unique qualities, right? And the three guys here on that you're looking at, these guys are pretty amazing individuals, right? I mean, I think Gary's, Anthony wouldn't be where he is without Gary. I mean, Gary was a real mentor, whether he wanted to or not. I don't know if you remember some of the times, Gary, when we were in Phoenix, and Anthony would just he'd be just like biting on your heels, and you would get mad, you would snip at him, but you would never you'd never bite him. Maybe just a short, quick bite, and then you guys would laugh it off. But I think the idea of having a team there in Phoenix was pretty special, and I know, Roland, you were part of that as well. At some point, and I think that those were special times for all of us, and we couldn't have done the sprint crew that we had at that point would never have happened without Gary and his family. We owe a lot. I owe a lot to them, and Anthony's got this crazy ability just to kind of analyze everything as he's in the water, and we were talking about even today that. Just the ability to not really want to work hard, but want to work smart. And I think that, again, that's the idea that we together were executing during those times.
Well, let me go to the three of you real quick then, since we do have you. So, Roland, just from your perspective right now, what are they experiencing? What are they feeling in the ready room right now?
For me, it's when you're in the ready room, at least for me, my experience was that I was ready to go. it was a period between finals, between heats and finals, between semifinals and finals that I was at my most nervous. But getting to the pool and falling into that routine of being in the water, warming up, being with my teammates, that experience, I just knew that I was there. Anthony spoke early on to the fact that just you feel like you belong. And I think there was a sense of belonging there, and no expectations, but just going out and really doing what I do.
Yeah. Tony, what about you? The finals weren't in the morning in Rio, were they? I don't think so, no.
No, it was traditional. We swam at night. Pretty late at night, but yeah, it was at night.
How did you know in 16 that you had a chance that night? Like, I mean, I don't think there were many people that said Anthony Irvin was going to win that race, but in that ready room at that point, how did you know that you had a chance?
Just based off of prelims and semifinals, I was just executing my plans really well, and I was leaving just enough space in my awareness to know that I wasn't going all in with each performance. That I was like, I had a plan for prelims and semis and finals, and I was just kind of like backfilling it as I progressed, and each time it was doing what I anticipated. So that there was just a lot of confidence going into finals that when I attempted to do what I planned to do, it would shave a little bit more off my time. But that has nothing to do with your position within the race. I just knew that I was going to go a little bit faster, and everything else being equal among everybody else, I should have been on the podium somewhere.
Right. I don't know what you guys have on your picture, but I have the boys in the ready room right now on my screen. So it looks like there's obviously a lot of nervous energy. The boys are all standing up. Nobody's sitting on those bus chairs that they've put down for everybody. They're all up and amped and ready to go. Gary, a couple of people have picked Flo to win not back to back, but 2 gold medals. He won in 12. He's trying to win here. How difficult is it to win 2 Olympic gold medals in the same event?
It's the same people that are getting their hand on the wall consistently first. I mean, there's been, I don't know what the percentage is, but since the 50 was introduced, there's several repeat winners. Anthony, myself, Popov, and, Biondi was close. I mean, he was, before us. And so if you've gotten your hand on the wall first at the big show in the past, you can do it again. He knows how to do it. He's got the strength to do it. He's a phenomenally talented swimmer. So, but look, Caleb Dressel is riding a wave of momentum right now. That's a psychological advantage that nobody else in that ready room has right now. It's a confidence that nobody else carries, and it's going to be real tough to beat that guy. He's my pick, but if anybody can do it, it's the guy that has done it before.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's got kind of a cheat code right now. A lot of people say he's got this cheat code. The first 15 is like something out of this world. Arianna, I'm sure it's something that you would have liked to have, that first 15 that Tony's got, hey?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that is a cheat code. Caleb's for sure faster in that first 15, but Flo has been dangerous coming in. So that's why I've kind of picked Flo, because, energy, you get up and go in the 50 free, but that last 15 is, I think, most critical. So.
Yeah.
Another thing that read is that Caleb has swum a lot of races, right? And it takes it out of it. I mean, he swam that race last night, that mixed relay after the 50. So that's, Arianna, you might be right on that second half of the race that all that swimming might open up Caleb.
Yeah. Mike, you've been part of US teams before. I'm not asking you to tell me who made the call, but is that a call where one coach makes the call, or is that everybody getting together and saying, this is what we want to do?
I think everybody gets together and talks, but I don't think everybody makes the call. So, somebody made that call. I don't think that everybody agreed with that. I would say that probably not everybody agreed with the way they set that up. But
Gotcha.
and I'm not sure who makes the call, truthfully.
Yeah, no, I don't know either. I don't know who did the math on that, but it didn't add up on paper. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of wild. Sonny, just quickly, are we going to see Great Britain? Are they going to win the medley relay at the end?
I feel like we've got the momentum. Again, on paper, US are the better team, but I think with Jimmy Guy splitting, I think the 6th fastest relay split of 100 fly of all time. Petey's swimming, well, he's Petey. I think we've got the momentum. I think we've got the momentum to maybe pull this off.
Yeah. Well, listen, we got the swimmers behind the blocks. I'm gonna sit back and let the experts take the call on this one. I think we'll go with Anthony and Gary and Roland just to let this one ride a little bit.
Just out of interest's sake, if the US wins this one, it'll be their 5th Olympic champion.
Flo with a big smile, looking loose.
Yeah, that seems relaxed. I like to see a smile behind the block. You know, people that bet on horses, you know, they have like superstitions. That's my superstition with swimming. If I see somebody smiling behind the blocks, that's a nod toward that swimmer. Caleb's looking relaxed too.
Yeah.
Oh wow, man! There's a lot of nervous tension here. That's for sure.
Yeah, my heart rate's starting to climb a little bit.
We might be the worst people to call this race just because we're so fixated on it.
We've only discussed like 3 or 4 swimmers. I mean, we haven't discussed the others. I mean, does anybody else feel like you can rule 3 out? I mean,
no.
I mean, Ben Proud's best coming into this is 21.1 in this Olympic cycle. So I mean, he didn't look great yesterday, but he's got a shot as well.
Oh wow!
Here we go.
Here we go.
Come on!
Gressel is a monster. Bruno's looking
Low on the main
strong.
line, trying to catch a giraffe.
Caleb's got it.
Oh wow! Yeah. Hey.
By a lot.
Wow.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Never done. I mean, from start to finish.
Oh God, the cheat code came out, didn't it? I mean, he put half a body length on everybody.
And I want to see what the margin is, right? Because all the other finals have been real close to 100th of a second. Like this was the margin between first and second place. And he crushed that field.
Brett, you called it earlier on. Bruno needed to have a good start, and he did.
Oh man,
not even close.
Yeah, he only pulled away as the race went on.
I don't know. What were the times there? What times did they go?
That's by a lot the biggest margin between first and second place in a 50 ever, probably. I guess.
Oh, Bruno got the bronze by 3 100ths. That's all it takes. Hey, but Tony, you said this. I mean, I think you said this. It's just about racing on the day. It's not about times, really, is it?
You know, to a degree, I just think the 50, or to a huge amount, is just being the best you can. You don't really have the opportunity to take a look at the person next to you and like dig deeper. Like it doesn't really work in the 50. Like in the 100, yeah, you have to race people. You're forced to take a look and have that internal battle if you're gonna try to exceed them. But in the 50, I've been undone more times by trying to get a quick look than it's ever helped me.
Yeah.
So
You have to look to know where those other swimmers are in the pool. I think you feel them. Like I felt an awareness of where other people were in the pool in the 50.
Yeah.
I like the racing part.
Yeah. Well, listen, just personally, I'll tell you this. I had a discussion with Bruno, telling him basically what you were saying, Tony. Like, he's been one of the most consistent swimmers in the past 5 years in the 50 free in terms of just pure consistency. He's been 21 seconds now 91 times. I mean, it's just ridiculous how consistent he's been. And I felt like a medal was going to bring some justification into him being one of the best sprinters in history. He needed this medal, and for him to get the bronze, I think, is good for him. I think everybody in the world knows he's got a terrible start. I mean, it's just awful. We try not to emphasize how bad it is. We try to improve it, but it's been a struggle for us. We knew how good he could swim in the water. So for him to get this bronze, I'm really happy for him. I feel like he needed this validation for himself. So I'm very happy.
Well done, Coach.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Congrats. I consider Bruno not just a colleague and a competitor, but a friend. And I think podium was always there for him. And I'm glad that he certainly got it this time. And I never thought Bruno had a terrible start, but hey, we're all given a skill set and we make the best of it of what we can, right? Nobody's perfect. You just work with what you got.
Yep. Yeah.
Brett, in your opinion, I mean, I haven't seen the replay there, but he looked, from my recollection, half a body length at least off of the start. How bad was that start tonight compared to the starts overall? Was that kind of a typical start for him, or was it a bad
Look, it's a typical start against the guy that's got the best start in the world. When I swam in the Olympic final against you, Gary, and you won that race, I was next to a guy who had a cheat code. I was next to Roland, who was in lane 4. And at the time, Roland Schoeman had the best start in the world. I mean, it was phenomenal what he was doing underwater. And so when I entered the water, and I told Roland this earlier off camera, when I entered the water at the Olympic final, I couldn't help but see him. I mean, I didn't want to, but I could see Roland underwater just destroying me. And I felt that Bruno would experience something very similar tonight with Caleb, because you can't not see that guy. I mean, he's underwater, he's kicking, he's flying through the water, and you just peripheral vision wise, you just kind of see it. And so immediately you think to yourself, shit, I got to catch up here, and then you start rushing the stroke and you start pulling too hard, and it happens. So but listen, it's done. We're moving on to the women's race. I really want Arianna to come in and call this one. She's a finalist from 2012. She's been here. She's raced these girls, been in this situation. Arianna, what's it like for you being in the call room at the Olympic Games?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the women are a lot different than the men are. Usually I was one of the people that had headphones on, didn't want to speak, but generally it's a lot more like a relaxed vibe in the women's ready room. Everybody's trying to smile and joke with each other, obviously competitive, but it's a lot more friendly of a vibe, I think, in the women's ready room, but still stressful. Yeah.
Well, we're on the blocks here. Where are you, Arianna, in your feed?
They're still behind they're getting ready to start.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let you call it. Talk to me about what you're seeing.
I mean, Emma McKeon has been absolutely lights out this meet. So she's probably going to be the one to beat here. Pranelli has been training with Flo. So who knows? And she's a former Olympic champion from 2016, right? So I think it's really Emma's to lose. And then who knows for second, third. Kate Campbell's can always come back in there. And Abby Weitzel's been on and off. So we'll see.
Call it as you see it.
They're about to start here. I think my feed is always delayed. I don't know why.
Yeah, you're definitely delayed because I've finished. I know who wins.
Oh, yeah, they just started for me.
What's your bet now?
Call it out. Call it out.
Yeah, I mean, oh, okay. Who's that? Yeah, Emma looks good. Emma's right on world record line. Oh, she's fading. Yeah, Emma called it. Sarah Pernelli. Pretty, like that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. I'm happy for Sarah. She's not been having the greatest meet after her surgery and accident and all of that. So I'm sure she's happy to have a medal in the 50 freestyle after everything she went through, which also Bruno had a surgery and he's bronze medalist in the Olympics. So I think that's a pretty cool story to tell people that, doesn't matter what happens, you can still come back and train. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's big for Sarah to get that. Did she get the bronze or silver?
Silver.
Silver's huge. Yeah, good for her. I had so many guys that broke their elbows and never were able to straighten their arm ever again properly. So 24-0 for her. What a swim. Fantastic. Kate Campbell.
23.81 on Emma. That's falling.
Yeah, that's moving. What is the world record? It's not far off, right?
23.6.
Wow. Yeah, good swim. She's having a meet, isn't she? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My phone's blowing up.
Renomi fourth. That's pretty good for her. She missed the final in the 100 and then didn't decide to do she was swim off for 60 and decided not to do it. So fourth when she's not been having the best meet is pretty cool. Kate Campbell, I'm sure she's a little gutted by that seventh place. This is like 2 back-to-back Olympics that she just hasn't really been there. So that's rough.
All right, good swim. Listen, everybody, I want to introduce you to one of the greatest of all time, Mr. Grant Hackett. How you doing, buddy? Sound on? There we go. Oh, no, I still can't hear you. How come?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. We need to get some sound. Hang on. Get some sound on this kid. You got the looks under control. You look beautiful.
Great sense of that.
We're coming.
I think Abby's going to be disappointed she didn't pull out a medal there. She was 24.19 in semifinals. That would have placed her third.
Yeah. She might have gotten into her brain a little bit and panicked after going 24.19 and feeling a little bit stressed. And I think, Roland, you were saying it. It's like, it's not the ready room that's the worst part. It's really the time between semis and finals that's like, oh my gosh, can I do it again? What have I done? All of that going through your head while you're at the village, I think is the hardest part.
It certainly was for me. Gary, you and Tony, what was the worst for you? Or was there a worst?
You back, mate?
You got me, Hacky?
You're hacky. You're hacky. I'm hockey.
Yeah, that's your hockey. What's going on? No, it's all working out. It's good. Sorry, I'm not sure what's up with my computer, so I've just gone to my phone. How is everyone?
What up?
Good to see you all.
What's happening, champion?
Oh, how good were those 50s? Whoa.
Yeah, solid, hey?
23.8, Emma.
God, how good is she swimming, mate?
MVP.
Confidence. That's all it is. Get a few good swims under the belt, know you can do it, and then she just starts pumping it out one after the other now. So
yeah,
it's been a while coming, but she's done it at the right time. Now a greatest Olympian from our country.
Is that right?
Wow.
Better than Thorpe. Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah, if she gets, I think she's equal Thorpe now, but depending on the 4x1, she'll be the most decorated Olympian from Australia by the end of today.
Wow. Mate, turn your phone sideways.
Is that a better angle for me?
Even better, mate. Look at that. I didn't think it could get better, but it just got better. Mate. All right, talk us through this 1500. None of us on this panel here know anything about the 1500.
I'm not eager anymore. I chose to kind of get rid of it out of my brain after 20 years of pain doing this race. So I don't know. I think this one's this is really wide open. Obviously Pelterini, defending champion. His 800 wasn't great. He's got to be ahead of the rest of the field if he wants to have any chance of bringing it home. The guys in the middle like Wellbrook, if they're all kind of locked together, that last 50, it's all over for Pelterini. So, Romanchuk, I think he's probably going to be the number one favourite for this one. But I think it's going to be a duel the whole way. I'm not sure if anyone's got the guts to actually take it out hard and dominate from start to finish. And if they do try and do that, you'll see Pelterini start to really move up through 400 or 500 meters and start to claw away from everyone. So, yeah, strategically, it's really hard to call what this race is going to look like.
What was your strategy going into this in the Olympic finals? What were you thinking?
Every single final, except for the one I completely stuffed up in Beijing, was just to go out hard, break everyone, make everyone kind of race for second. And then for some reason, after, winning for, over a decade, I decided not to do that, which was a bit silly. But, yeah, that's what I would normally try and do, because then everyone starts adjusting their pace to race everybody else. And once you put them in that position, it just allows you to focus on your race. And every time you turn, you just try and push people back a little bit more, or at least maintain that lead.
Yeah, it was pretty much the same strategy I had in the 50. Try and break them early. Didn't work.
Well, if you can start like Dressel, you can do that no problems.
Yeah, God, how's that? What a cheat code that is.
How do you get off that quick and do underwater like that? Like
it's not so much his reaction; it's the way he gets in the water, his trajectory, and then his dolphin kick, the way he comes out of it. But man,
yeah, his breakout, the way he combines his dolphin kick and then his first stroke, he just powers through. It's insane. So.
Who's your pick here then? If you're picking a gold, silver, bronze, Hacky, right now, who is it?
I think Pelterini definitely gets a medal. I don't think he wins this one. I think Wellbrook's in the medals. Probably Romanchuk, I reckon, is gonna take this one. Okay. So I'm finding this one a really, really hard one to pick. Really hard. And it's just like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how these guys kind of stick together.
Are you in the water yet?
Yep, they're in the water here. Just gone through the first 50. Coming down.
When you talk about momentum, don't you think Bobby Fink has quite a ton? Because he's been having a heck of a meet. So I feel like he's got that confidence going into this 1500 that he might pull out a medal here.
Yeah, can I understand what you guys do in like the 5 weeks from trials to Olympics? Because like the whole US team seems to drop like so much time. Like we've had a good run. Like there's no doubt about it. I think the strategy of having the trials closer to the Olympics has been better. But like, I mean, just looking at the 200 freestyle, like going from like 146 at one trials, then all of a sudden you guys are leading off in a relay in 144. It's just insanity.
Tony, what's the secret here, mate?
Well, I chalk up that one to just the college experience and kind of the expectation that you're going to swim beyond yourself when you're on a relay. That's just something we kind of grow up with, I feel like, and it lasts through the collegiate system until you end up on the Olympic team. And a lot of these guys this time around are actually much younger than had been trending in the last few games.
Gary, is there something that they preach in particular once you're on the US team that enables you to lift at the games?
I think a lot of it's just the environment, the adrenaline, there's not a crowd here, obviously, but it's just something that's built up so much so valued in our culture. I don't want to say that it isn't valued elsewhere in other countries, but it's just, I think there's a history, a legacy type of thing that we're expected to live up to, and achieving that and being part of Team USA. I mean, being in that setting, it's just such a positive environment, such a can-do. We've done it before. We know what we're doing. We're going to represent our country, and it works. I mean, it does. I mean, when you step up on the blocks, there's a surge of adrenaline, especially when there's a relay. When we're sold on that. And Anthony's totally right on that one. NCAA prepares us in that way, how to be a relay swimmer and step up to the peak.
Gary, this has nothing to do with swimming, but you're an extremely good-looking man. I don't know if you know that. That mustache, I mean, everything is working.
The Burton Brett. Thank you.
I'm just putting it out there. I'm just telling you what everyone's thinking right now.
I don't know. I thought he was good looking when he was swimming, but it just seems to improve over time.
See?
Like, it's
See?
amazing.
I
Every
can
time I
say
see
the same
him,
about you, Grant. You're a beautiful man. I love you.
yeah. You're probably more ripped than even when you were swimming. If you had your shirt off right now, I'm sure too. Like, it's just there's more and more to get jealous about.
Grant, let's take our shirts off right now. I'll show you.
No.
I'll show you if you show me.
I was never ripped even when I was swimming. That's the
I
problem.
think I logged into the wrong show. What is going
Oh, wow,
on?
look, I can't believe they're swimming a 1500
This
right
is the
now.
1500 right now. Yeah.
Tony's
Wow. Grant, what's
I would
happening
never
on your
forget.
picture, mate? Talk to us.
No, it's quite funny. I think, Pelterini tried to take it out, tried to establish a lead, and no one's letting him do that. They're all sticking to him like glue because they know if they let him go, he's going to, if he gets kind of like a body length or two ahead of him, it gets really hard to pull back because his pace is so good, right? He gets in such a good rhythm, just getting in from wall to wall. But it's not going to happen today. I think Wellbrock, you've got, Roman, Chook, they're just sticking right there with him. And even Pelterini started to drop off the pace a little bit now. And even Wellbrock's starting to make a bit of a move. And he's probably got about 3/4 of a body length on Romanchek right now.
Hacky, what have you been doing lately? Have you been calling any of this anywhere, or what's been happening for you?
So for me, besides kind of working full time, each morning I've been doing our morning TV here, just sort of doing a recap of the results. And obviously it's like the racing's in the middle of the day here in Australia. So just giving a bit of a preview into everything that's taking place. So yeah, no, it's been a really cool week. I can't believe how well the team's performed. A lot of the time you come into these meets and you can see how strong the team is on paper. And as everybody on this call is well aware of, regardless of how good you look on paper, whether you're 1, 2, 3, or 7th, it doesn't matter. It's if you can produce that performance on the day. And I kind of feel like our team this week fueled each other. It started off with the women's relay, and then we saw, Kaylee McEwen do her thing in the backstroke. Even getting second in the 400-meter freestyle with Jack McLaughlin, I think that was a big step up for him. So I think that sort of fueled the whole team this week, just those first couple of days that we saw. And obviously Arianna Titmus, I mean, Katie Ledecky is just one of the greatest athletes I've ever seen, full stop. So the fact that she was able to, get on top of her in that 400-meter freestyle, it was such a good battle. I think that just kind of boosts the morale of everybody and gives everyone the confidence that they can, swim fast when they need to.
Yeah. Tony, you've had that rare distinction of being teammates with Katie Ledecky. What makes her so special, you think?
Katie Ledecky, the girl just knows how to work hard and stay focused. Right? Like I remember even in 2012, the way she kind of just like zoomed in like a laser as just a kid, really, and win that first gold medal. And that part of her hasn't changed at all, even though she's become a little bit more like easy in front of the media, talking and sharing that part of herself. I still like around the pool deck, she's very just.
Yeah, gotcha. Hacky, let's go back to this race here. It looks, it's tight, mate. There's, 4 across the pool here, just swimming stroke for stroke.
Absolutely. I think these guys, no one's going to make a move from here. What are we, kind of starting to get to the midpoint? If no one's making a move right now, they probably won't until at least, I reckon, the 1,000-meter mark, like around 700-800 meters in a 1,500. It's not a good idea to start moving them because, to be totally honest, it just makes the last 300 or 400 meters so mentally draining. So I think these guys are going to just try and shoulder one another, probably up into the 1,000-meter mark. 1,000 meters, 1,100 meters, you could see one of them make a move. But right now, they're just pacing off each other and yeah, there's not too much in it. And I think Pelterini's in a bit of trouble. If he's not able to get up next to these guys and start to make a little bit of a move, he might even get in the places. But certainly Wellbrock, like Florian, he looks really good, really smooth, really balanced in the water, not overdoing the legs too. One of the things that I used to try and do coming into each of the walls, because obviously you can't 6-beat kick the whole way because your leg muscles are so big, you just got to build up the lactate. I just kick into the wall to build up the speed, with a 6-beat kick, come out, do the 1 dolphin kick, 6-beat out about for 15 meters, then go back into a 2-beat kick. So you can kind of see the athletes that have a little bit less leg contribution and can swim more off their arms, generally they're not going to fatigue as quick. And you know, a couple of these guys are doing that really well right now. And yeah, this is a good race.
Yeah, this is a cracker race, 4 across. You don't see this very often in the 1500 at the Olympics. There's usually some separation between the top couple, and we got 4 across here. This is a great race.
Yeah, I got a question. You know, Grant, as an expert, like psychologically, that Fink is like right there with them, and his final 50 of the 800, he just devastated them. Like, what are these other guys thinking, knowing that he's right there with them?
You don't want to be with someone who you know is going to fly home. The best way I can actually relate to that from his experience was when, I think on 4 or 5 occasions, I've broken a world record but finished second behind Thorpe. And I knew every single time if I was going to turn with him at the last 50, it was going to be not impossible. I never thought like that, but really tough. Like the 800 back in 2001 at the World Champs, I came home in like 26 mid, which was, I think, faster than everybody besides him in the 200 meter freestyle. He decided to come home in like 25 mid. So if you've got someone that can go kind of from 4th or 5th gear and drop it straight into second and bring it home and really drive the legs, you want to make sure you've got at least a body length on them. I mean, it's the same when kind of Arianna and Katie were swimming. Katie knew that she needed a gap going into that last 100 or that last 50, because if you can't change gears that quick, then you've got to make sure that you establish a lead on them. But psychologically, it's really, I wouldn't say draining, but I always find it really challenging. Every time you try and pull away and you make a little move and then they kind of turn, or they just, you know, put a little bit more leg contribution in and they get up next to you, you're like, damn it, I can't do it, because obviously it's fatiguing every time you try and make that move. So you only get so many opportunities throughout the event to try and break away when their pace is really similar to yours through that middle part of the race.
Let's say this, Hacky. Let's say it does come down to a final flip turn. Like, what do you do? Like then, I mean, I don't know. I've never swum this race, so like you're 4 across the pool and you're flipping with 3 other guys. It just comes down to who wants it the most, or is it what else is involved there?
If I was in this race right now, what I would be thinking is I would break early, and I'm like, if you can take more pain than me, then you can beat me. I wouldn't wait until the last 50. I'd go like 200 meters out, and I would start just putting the legs on and having a crack, and just because everyone's hurting, everyone's just absolutely just trying to get from one stroke to the next. So I think if you can break someone early and they go with you, it's like who can take the most pain. And I would probably welcome that because I quite enjoyed that part of training.
You could take a little pain, mate, I'd imagine.
I had to deal with you as a roommate for a while, so I could take a heap of pain.
Exactly. I don't doubt
But that's the only way I would split this up, particularly if you got someone like Finky who's got to dump a 27 low probably on the last 50. It's like remove his ability to be able to do that. And the only way you can do that is to go earlier than what you normally would in these types of races.
So do you think that, like, for somebody like Fink who has a great last 50, he knows that his competitors know that, and so he's going to stay on their hip to mess with them more in this? Or is it just like they're swimming their own race and they're going to try and pull away when they can?
Yeah, I reckon with Fink, that the best way to do that is every time they go to make that move is move right next to him. Because then you start to crush them mentally, because then they're like, oh my God, I can't break him. I can't move away from him. And then they stop attempting to do it. So therefore he knows he can bring it home over the top of him at the end. So that's the only way you would try and do that. And right now, no one's giving anything. I mean, obviously we can see is that Pelterini's kind of fallen well off the pace now. He's not going to get a medal. And these guys are just going stroke for stroke. I like how World Rock is just kind of keeping just a little bit ahead of them, just keeping the edge on them. So we're going through 12:45 here, just going through the 1,300 meter mark. This is where you should go. This is where someone should make a move now between these 3 top guys.
Lovelock's legs are going. He's definitely giving a little bit more, I think, than the other two.
Yeah.
So Wellbrook's world champ from a couple of years ago, and Romanchuk was second, and Peltoneri third.
Yeah, Fink looks like he's just kind of in cruise control to me. I don't know.
He's waiting to pounce.
I mean, he really has that
really well.
game on them.
Yeah, see, everyone's bringing the legs in a little bit more now. Everyone's sort of 150 out has tried to make a little bit of a move. You can see there the washes, increased, and everyone's stroke rates lifted a little bit more. But these guys are still going stroke for stroke. And, man, Florian, he's given nothing. He's moved away a little bit now. He's probably got about half a body length almost. And they've just crept up a bit on the turn. Fink's moving up now. 6 beat legs coming in. Wellbrook, he looks good. He looks strong. Whoa. Robert's moving. They're all moving. This is awesome.
Come on,
This is the most
Hacky.
excitement I've had in a 1500 ever.
Come on, Hacky. Come on, Hacky. This is what I would do.
Come on, boys. Get me in there.
Put me in, coach. Put me in.
Oh, Wellbrook's taking a move here.
Look at that.
Yeah.
0.7 he's got.
Nah.
Turn.
Fink's legs are
Look at this.
ridiculous
Look at this.
now.
Fink stumped it. He's put it on. He's coming under
Fink's just
27
absolutely
flat.
gone.
Oh, look at the legs. Looks like the men's.
It looks like it's going to come down to the last bit.
Oh,
He's got it.
oh.
He smashed him. Whoa. 14:39.
Wellbrook looked like he went a little early.
Well,
Oh, wow.
29 laps of a 30-lap race he led.
Look at Fink.
Yes.
Bobby Fink.
There you go.
Look at this finish.
How was that?
USA. USA.
Come on.
Damn.
Man.
Bobby.
Did the girl that knows nothing about the mile
Crushing.
call it?
Yes,
I think I did.
Absolutely smashed it.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
retire from commentating on
Bravo.
any 1500-meter freestyle ever again. But that was the thing, right? Like we said, if those guys didn't move away and someone's got more speed and changes gears, you don't stand a chance against that.
How do you finish a mile with that kind of speed? How?
It says 25-7 in the comment section on that last message.
Are you kidding me? 25-7?
That's crazy.
Wow.
See, that's kind of like, then the way I look at that, that's like a, not that anyone sort of likes to mention the name too often, but that's a Sun Yang sort of last lap, right? Like that's sitting there the whole way, being in a really good rhythm, keeping your heart rate low, like making sure on your exhales, really important to keep your heart rate low through those other 29 laps, just so then you've got that change of speed. And if you can change speed like that and come home like you're a 200 or a 100 swimmer, like that's just insanity.
God, he put the hammer down, didn't he?
Yeah. And to remain calm, just to let everyone just stay that little bit ahead too, just to conserve the energy, just to make sure that you can use that speed that you have at the end is super impressive.
And as this being his first Olympics too, to have the balls to sit back and do that the whole mile and not like be like, okay, I should move now. He just sat back and waited the whole 1450.
He had a good ride. Right?
When's
He
the
was good in
last
that lane
time?
mostly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. When's the last time US won the mile?
Oh, Grant.
That's
Brian
it's a
Brian
big
Goodell,
deal.
maybe. It is
It's
a big deal.
deal.
You know, back in '96, and
96.
up through 2000, there was $1 million bounty if Team USA swimmer won.
Yeah, because I'm
Someone was going to pay
thinking,
$1 million to win a gold medal at the Olympics for the mile. I wonder if
Yeah.
that policy is still in place.
I hope for his sake.
yeah, I hope for Robert's sake, he's hoping so.
I mean, the way he took his cap off and just flicked his hair at the end, that's $1 million flick,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Brett, I'm starting to get worried about you. If you comment on one more guy's looks, I'm
Listen,
concerned.
hey, listen. I'm just what do you call it? When you're comfortable in your own skin. Okay.
Yeah, you appreciate it. You appreciate beauty, Brett. You always have.
Hold on a second. How about all the pundits that have been kicking around that U.S. distance has been dead for a while?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at what now?
It just got defibrillated. Just got
Yeah.
boom, back on.
By the way, the last time America won that event was 1984 Los Angeles by Mike O'Brien.
Wow. Mike
There you
O'Brien.
go. So yeah, 80 was Selnikov, and he arguably could have won 84 if they didn't boycott. Then he won 88 again. Perkins 92, Perkins 96, etc. So yeah,
And
wow.
then Hackett.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then stuffed the third one.
How'd you let the Tunisian beat you from out there? Come on, mate.
I always blame Ryan Cochran, like, because I was just looking at either side, thinking it was just the three of us.
Right.
Exactly like that race, I thought it was. And then I actually did break 200 meters to go, and then I looked out. You know what my first thought was? I thought, oh, we're lapping someone.
Oh,
Like, that's what I thought, like out in lane 7. I thought, oh, we must be. And then I was like, no, this is not like regional titles. This is the Olympic Games. You don't lap people here. And I realized someone was 2.5 body lengths ahead, and yeah, just didn't have the enough meters to be able to catch up.
that's all right. You've done some work before then, mate. Bobby Fink,
Yeah.
making him put a mask on for his interview? Come on.
25.78 was his last 50.
578.
That's
He was
massive.
28.60 the 50 before that, and then dropped to 25.7.
Ooh, so he's come over 50. What did he come home in? Is that like close to 53 there? He's nearly dumped. Yeah.
That's pretty beastly.
Yeah.
I can barely do
Brett,
it.
you seen Bruno on the podium, Brett?
No, they're not showing Bruno on the podium. They should show Caleb though. Come on, he won that thing. Why don't we get Caleb on the podium? We don't get podiums on NBC. What's up with NBC?
Really? We get podiums here. So
We get commercials.
We get commercials for NBC.
They've got to pay for the coverage. So
It might be coming up. They might have held it until after the mile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently, Bruno's going mad on the podium, according to the comment.
Yeah.
What does
That's
that
why I
mean?
brought it up.
He is?
He looks very emotional. He gave a big kiss to the medal. He's talking to the crowd a little bit. He looks super stoked. That's why I mentioned it. It's quite nice to see.
Yeah. No.
Brett, did I hear you say correctly before that Bruno's gone 91 times?
Yeah, tonight was the 91st time he's gone 21, mate. Incredible.
That's insane. That's insane.
Ridiculous.
I love it on our group chat when someone actually asks you the question is like, how is Bruno so consistent? And you wrote back, training.
Yeah,
Pretty straightforward, isn't
pretty
it?
basic, yeah. Look, I took the race club strategy of do what is necessary. Don't do more than is needed. You know, Gary was the founder of this theory. You know, with his training, and I learned from that. You'd be an idiot not to learn from the greats. You know, so when Gary Hall does what he does, you stop and watch and you learn. And what I learned from him was that people were doing it wrong. You know, the race club changed the way we thought about sprinting. There's no doubt about that. And Gary Hall is the founding father of that. I think I can't say enough great things about Gary. I think he's an absolute legend.
I'm really uncomfortable with the amount of compliments. Thank you, Brett. I'm saying thank you. I'm accepting the compliment, but modestly, and handing off credit to so many other people too. You had Mike Bottom on here. But let's give him. I'll give him all the credit. You know, he was. And there were a number of others that were. You know, I think Dave Marsh was one of those guys early days that was, questioning the traditional ways. Mm-hmm. And Salo also had a hand in the development of, better ways to train.
Yeah.
And bringing in, foreign athletes from all over the world. Both those coaches, were doing that and had all ships rise with the tide philosophy.
Yeah. No, look, I agree with you. And, props to those guys. They definitely have shaped the way we think about sprinting today. And I think that's why we see, look, Tony, we just saw 16 guys go under 22 to qualify for the top 16 of the Olympic Games. I mean, that's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, Gary and we tied for the gold medal with a 21.98. I mean, granted, these wedge blocks definitely do give you at least 0.3, but still.
Well, that's actually what I was going to ask you guys. Like, why is it? I mean, when you kind of look at the 200, the 400, the 800, the 1500, like the pack's moved up, right? Like there's a lot more depth there, but the actual winner hasn't improved. Like, I was people were saying how amazing, the 400 meter freestyle was the other day, and the Tunisian one, and of course a lot of people made comments to me, and I think it was 3 minutes 43.3. I'm like, yeah, Ian Thorpe went 3:41 in a pair of togs as a 16-year-old back in 1999. So I'm not sure it's really evolved that much in the last 22 years. But sprinting's been different. I mean, you're seeing a lot more, guys go 47.0, 47.1, 47.2. The 16 people, go 21 just here at the games. Like, what's been the big difference there? Is it to the point that Gary and Brett were making before around the training's changed and evolved more on the sprint side, or we're missing something on the middle distance side? Yet you see Katie Ledecky do what she's done over the last decade and really kind of quantum leap all the previous times there. So I sort of scratch my head on all of that sort of stuff, and I don't know if anybody on this call's got any answers around that.
Mate, I've got plenty of answers on that. Let me tell you that. I'll let Tony jump in on this one in a second, but my answer to that is look, we all got trained the same way. And by the way, Grant, I've seen you go 3:43 with the flu one day, so it's not that fast. But here's the situation: we were all being trained the same way until Mike Bottom came along, until David Marsh came along, until these visionaries changed the way they valued sprinting. Sprinting wasn't valued; it was laughed at. Like the 50's a joke. The 100 guys should be trained like 200 guys, 400 guys. That was the theory when I was swimming. And like I said, it wasn't until Anthony Irving came along, Gary Hall Jr. came along, Mike Bottom decided to change the way we looked at sprinting, that we started to value sprint. And that's what you're seeing now. People train to go fast. And that's what they're doing. They're swimming fast across the board. So I'll let Tony jump in here real quick.
Brad, I don't know if I can say it better than that. I think just at the turn of the millennium, the feeling as I was beginning to understand the sport in a real way was that sprinters were not respected or valued. And that's why, Gary and I, we felt like we were being held down. And it took a great coach, Mike Bottom, to really get into our head and our spirit and be like, no, you do belong. This is a good thing. Don't flee from this. Don't listen to them. And it did. It changed how sprint swimming was viewed in this country. And now, Caleb Dressel, he carries the team now, and he's a sprinter. That doesn't mean he can't do mid D, but he can do it all. And I don't know. I remember it being so different back then, and just how many of the coaches just didn't respect if you did 50 and 100 only.
Yep.
Yeah. Anthony, with you, I mean, I have to say, firstly, watching you win back in 2016 was one of the best things I've ever seen. I know you've had your ups and downs, and going from 2000 to that was just, I was actually I was commentating, I think, for Al Jazeera, actually, in the Middle East at the time. And that was just one of the best performances. And I was so stoked and so proud of you and what you did there. But I want to know, between 2000 winning going to 2016, how much did your training change and evolve? Heaps less kilometers, more gym, or a different mixture of stuff? What changed through that period?
I mean, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was this body, I was 16 years older. Even if it wasn't doing athletics, it's still the way we relate to our bodies. I mean, we're all athletes, we still, how we relate to our body, that changes and grows as we do, and we have to make decisions based on that. So I just kept doing that, and I worked with a lot of coaches, right? As Gary had mentioned, David Marsh, he's the patriarch almost of sprint swimming in the U.S. I worked with him. I worked with Dave Salo. I worked with Dave Durden. I even worked with Terry McKeever for a while, and I learned important things about the coach-athlete relationship from all of them. Strangely, it was all about the racing when I was a kid, and I eventually, here we go, we got the anthem on my side. But I really started to enjoy just the process as I got older.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah, I'm seeing the anthem. We got Caleb on TV, which is really special. Apart from the Bane mask that he has to wear during the anthem.
You know,
I mean,
it seems like you shouldn't have to wear the mask for the anthem. I mean, you're
Yeah.
6 feet away from anybody. Just show the face for this one time. It's not putting them at risk.
Let these guys make some money and market themselves.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Exactly. Like, give them their opportunity to show the world that they've worked their backside off for the last 4 or 5 years on this occasion and show their face. They're standing nowhere near anybody else. And you know what? They swam pretty fast. Pretty sure they haven't got COVID, just quietly.
Yeah.
Brett, you'll be proud of Bruno. He's had his lovely smile out the whole time. He's been kissing his girlfriend or wife. I'm not sure which one. He's been high-fiving. He's been all over the shot with his smile out.
That's Michelle. That's Michelle, his wife. Let's give some props to Bruno and Michelle. They've been training by themselves for the past 4 years, mate. Alone. That takes a special unit to do something like that. So, yeah, I'm real happy for the team. You know.
Great swim. Great swim.
Yeah.
I just wanted to quickly say one little insight to Bruno. A few people mentioned it in the chat, but he wore a suit from 2012, the original Arena Carbon Pro. I thought that was quite interesting. Everyone was asking me about it or mentioned it in the chat, and I keep telling Arena to bring that suit back, and they're like, "Oh, maybe." And Bruno brought that out for the final, so
Bruno's bringing it back.
So as a former Arena employee, the pro is such a divided topic because it was so compressive that there are very few people that liked it to make it worth continuing to wear. So that's where the Flex came from, and now the Core FX is like closer to what the pro it was. But Bruno continues to wear the pro. He loves that thing. I think it's hysterical that he wore that in the final because he truly loves that suit.
Oh, we got 2 swimsuit pros on the show tonight. Hey, listen, side note, Lydia Jacoby's put the goggles under the cap tonight. Fantastic.
Poor girl.
Hopefully they'll stay on tonight. All right, let's go around the room real quick. Sonny, who's winning this medley relay for the women?
Straya.
No doubt. Do we need to go around the room?
No, it's done, isn't it?
Hacky, what do you
on the anchor?
Yeah, you can ask me, but you'll probably know the answer. Yeah, I mean, what do you reckon, world record or not? Like, what's the deal on this one? How fast?
Yeah, that's the truth. Tony, what are you thinking here? Can the US win this one?
It's possible. It's possible. I obviously would like to see them win. It's a young relay. It's a very young relay.
I mean, the first 3 legs are pretty stacked, though. You got a girl that medaled. You got a winner. Did Tori Husk medal?
No. Did she? No.
But she came close.
I feel like she was 4th or 5th. Yeah.
Yeah, came close. But yeah, they got a team.
It'll be
Really
tight.
good leading
And you
out
gotta
the mixed team
remember,
as well.
Like how tired's everyone, right? Like a lot of the people in these relays have swum multiple events, a lot of highs, a lot of lows. You know, you've got to recover properly. Like, can you actually bring your best? Sometimes that lifts you in a relay, but sometimes it can be more challenging too. So, be interesting.
Yeah.
2 pieces of the Australia team just finished the 50 freestyle, though. So,
yeah,
have to take that into account.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're built different. They're built different in Australia, though. It's different.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. That's the whiskey talking. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that was 50's like part of our warm up usually. I normally have to do a max one before my race just to make sure I was ready to go.
Big lead for Canada potentially. I mean, maybe breaststroke is a little weak, but everybody else is hot. And Penny is a closer. She's got fight in her.
Yeah,
that's right.
Canada added Kylie Moss and Penny Alexiak. So with Australia's weak stroke being breaststroke, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, we haven't done a good job of talking about the fastest qualifiers at this one either, have we?
I don't think anybody's talking about them.
All right. Sonny, go for it, mate. Give us a little call on this.
You guys in because Kylie's absolutely miles ahead of Kaylee.
Yeah.
Kylie's got like a body on Kaylee. And Regan's coming back real nice. Oh, I say that, but Kaylee's now just absolutely tearing up the last 25. It was about time, wasn't it? Oh God, it's always the way. But I think Mass might hold on. I don't know who the breaststroke is for Canada though. As Nate said, the weaker leg.
Sydney
She's
Pickram.
got a hand there first. 57.9.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
God, them three teams are miles ahead of the field, aren't they? And now Chelsea Hodges is flying against Jacoby, who's got her goggles on.
Oh, wow. Too soon, mate. Too soon.
Never going to live down losing your goggles at the Olympic Games.
No, she's moving now. She's skating like a pond skater there, look. Oh.
So British. I love it.
What is a pond skater? What does that mean?
No one knows.
Do you not have pond skaters in the Caribbean?
No.
They're like the little things that like move like this. She looks like Duncan Goodhue in the 80s, though.
I don't know what's happening.
She's tearing the field up. Look,
she is killing it.
She's in the lead.
Yeah,
she's in the lead. She's passing over to Tori Husk.
Mm.
And Tori goes out fast as well. Her first 50 is normally absolute lightning, like 25.6, 25.7.
That it just started to close a little bit in that last sort of 5 or 6 meters there, that gap.
Mm.
Well, Lydia is a back halfer in this 100. Witnessing some distance going into this breaststroke leg.
It was a good change there.
US first on 203.08 and then Australia 203.58 on those splits.
Yeah.
Gary, what are you saying?
The embarrassment, right, of having the goggles, I mean, that being covered, it's a rookie mistake at the Olympic Games. Understandable. She's 16 years old. That lit a fire under her. I mean, this is her shot at redemption. She just crushed that leg and redeemed herself away.
Agreed, yeah.
105.0 again.
Killer. That's awesome.
This is going to be a big moment for Kate Campbell because she is the best relay swimmer ever, but she's not on the best form. And
who's she racing? Who's at the back here?
Yeah.
Whitesall, or is it?
I don't know. I'm guessing
Yeah, it's Whitesall.
Oh, this is going to be close. Wow.
So Abby also came out of the 50 freestyle earlier.
Oh, wow. This is going to be real close. Oh, dang. Look at this.
Kate.
Come on.
Kate's done it.
Finish, girl.
We got ourselves a race. A race. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm backing up. We got a race. Woo!
I'm still on butterfly, so I don't know what's happening.
Don't take the jacket off again, Brett.
20
I've seen enough of your chest.
We got a race.
Who can hold on this last 20 meters? Can Kate bring it?
Kate, don't choke on relays. She delivers. Look at that.
Yeah.
She's going. She's going now.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
We got ourselves a race, guys. Don't worry about that. Whitesall all the way long.
It's tight.
It's tight.
Dig, girl. Come on.
Oh, NCAA swimming at its best.
Come on, baby.
Whitesall.
Come on, baby.
Abby's the oldest at 4 years old. She does have the most.
Wow.
Brett, are you having a seizure? What is happening?
What a race. What an absolute race.
Dang. Oh, wow.
Dude, to be honest, Kate Campbell jumped in first.
Mm-hmm.
Had a better finish. It was the last stroke.
Whitesall had a massive swim, though. Got to give it some credit.
52.4 on Whitesall in the end there.
Ah, that's a good swim.
Kate Campbell, 52.1.
That's really good for Abby.
Jeez, what a race.
What was she in the 100 freestyle? Not bad.
53 flat.
The rounds.
52.9, yeah.
McKeon was 55.9 on that fly.
I missed that.
52.1.
52.1.
Bad. Look at it. She's hurting there.
She's devastated.
You know, she's proud. It was a great effort. They stepped up. None of them failed. That was a great race.
Kate Campbell didn't jump, did she? She looked she got off pretty quick.
Oh, yeah, I hope she
that
jumped.
Was the difference. A much better relay exchange, and that's the difference between the experience. Most of those swimmers on Team USA were under 20 years old. All of them, except Abby. And so that relay exchange right there was the difference. And also this last stroke, the Australians just had a better finish on that last stroke.
Abby looks absolutely gutted. Like she took that all on her shoulders for the coming second.
Oh, yeah, she's crying, isn't she? Wow.
Gary, you spoke earlier to the fact of training camp and having the expectations of pressure. But I mean, you see with Simone Biles now, and you see with Abby here, just being as gutted as she is. I mean, there's so much pressure on you guys to perform, not just from a team standpoint, but from a country standpoint.
Well, and I think that's kind of where USA succeeds a lot, is at trials, you're racing on your own. And then once you get to the US or to Olympics, it's like you get to represent your country. For a lot of these guys, it's the first time. And that's what spurs them to go faster at Olympics for most of them, some of them.
Gary, what gave you the balls to come out in the robe?
What a random question.
Okay. There was, I don't know. It's what I was wearing to swim meets.
It was good, mate. I loved it. Loved every second of it. I wish you had it on right now, actually.
Well, while we're in the middle of this, should we go ahead and play the song?
Play the song for the boys. Let's go.
All right. Hold on. This is from Mr. Dunlow. Big fan. Big swimming fan.
I've got a question while we're waiting for it to tee up. Do you love Men at Work and Down Under song? Is that a popular song?
Absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
Aki?
Yeah, well, actually, I had that once. I won in Sydney. That's what they played when we were doing the Lap of Honor around the pool. So, fond memories.
Of course they did.
Heard that song a lot, yeah. Anytime Australia did well, they played that, it seemed, and they played it a lot.
Yeah, it was on repeat.
Nate, you got a song for us or what?
Yep.
Here we go.
Mr. Dunlow here. This song is about my favorite race ever. My favorite event in swimming history is the Sydney Olympic Men's 50 free. You could call it a story of two dudes with the attitude to refuse to lose. Gary Hall decked out red, white, and blue. If you don't like him, he probably don't like you. Had a mind of his own. Behind the blocks, he got in the zone as he boxed like Rocky. Anthony Irvin, his Olympics debut, California guy. I said, that's my dude. After the relay, thought he might be great because he hung with Clem and split a 48.
Wow.
Get him a record deal. Stat.
Signed. I can't hear anything anymore. With that beautiful tribute, I'm going to sleep well tonight. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I don't know what to say on top of that. I think we should, I don't know. Oh, I got a call here. I'm going to have to call her back. L'Equipe. How has your relationship with media been, Gary? What do you think about that? My understanding of like the purpose of the sports media and how my relationship to it 20 years ago or 21 years ago is a lot different than how I think about it now.
Sorry, what was the question?
Hello, check.
Yeah, what was the question?
I was just asking. A lot has changed for me and how my perception of the sports media and being an athlete and having to relate to the media, like what that relationship is, what it's like, what it's for. I was curious to hear your thoughts on it, if it's evolved over the years.
Yeah, I mean, I think that NBC in covering the Olympic Games, that's a really tough task. And they've gotten a lot of criticism about, the streaming era, whether they've kept up and presented this and packaged this the right way. Who's to know? I mean, The media has their job. This is an industry that has been turned on its head over the last decade. And, the fact that we're still garnering the types of ratings that we are with the Olympics in a traditionally packaged, format is impressive. I think that that's the connection between the people that watch and the Olympic athletes. And that connection is always going to exist, that interest, regardless of how the media handles it, good or bad.
Changeover was 0.04. Wow. Just got in there, so that's good. Hey, listen, while I've got you guys here, and I don't know what's going to happen in the next 5-10 minutes, we've got another race ahead of us. I just want to say thank you. This is a really big deal for me.
Is the song still playing?
I don't know. Are you hearing the song?
I think I'm signing it out.
Nate, cut the
Can't hear
song.
anybody talking.
I don't think there's any song playing.
Gary can't hear us.
We lost our host. Brett's gone, finally, so we can take over. Come on, the show is ours.
Can no one hear what I'm saying anymore?
Meet me on the Brett Hawk Show.
I can hear you.
Sadly, we can hear you, Brett.
Oh, Nate, what have you done to us, man? You played that damn song and it just stuffed up the whole program. I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Everybody on this panel, I know it's a big deal that you're here with us. Look, there's a lot of swim fans around the world, and for all of us to be in the same room all around the world talking about swimming, Olympic champions, people that have been there, done that, people that are just fans, listen, this is a big deal. So I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you guys doing this. It means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to a lot of people around the world. So thank you very much.
Thanks for getting us all together again.
Yeah, no, it's been nice to just jump on the call and have a chat. Hey, I'm not sure. Did we mention this? Like, I know Kate Campbell's changeover was tight, but it was 0.04 tight.
Yeah.
So 0.13 margin, and nobody else has got anything. I think the next fastest changeover was 0.2. No, 0.16 actually from Japan.
Wow. Yeah.
But she didn't do that changeover. No gold medal there for Australia. So
yep.
Putting it on the edge sometimes pays off.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Gary, can you hear us again? I don't know.
Signing off, guys.
All right. See you, buddy. Ciao, mate. Love you. Goodbye. Gary's out. Let's get rid of him.
To you guys. Been a pleasure.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Been fun.
Legend, mate. Thank you very much for being here.
Great to see all you guys. Thanks, Talkie. Thanks, team.
Love you, mate. See you, buddy.
Love you
See
too.
you later, Hacky.
All right.
Isn't there another race? Or
There's another race. Yeah, there's another race.
What are they doing?
They're out, mate. They're out.
It's because they know Britain are going to beat the Americans. That's what they know.
Well, I have golf on my screen, so
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, same.
It's
Okay.
a medal ceremony for 53 at the moment. Sarah's just got a medal. You Americans don't get a good stream. do you?
NBC
Considering
said,
they've done this
"Fuck
whole-
the medals."
They literally done everything about this Olympics for NBC, and still they don't bother showing it. It's terrible. Here I am about, I don't even know what time it is today. Oh yeah, 30 past 3 a.m. Just so you guys can watch it. It's not early for you though. It's still like pretty late, right?
Yeah, it starts at 9:30 on the East Coast.
Yeah, it's 10:30 where I am right now.
7:30 where I am, so it's fantastic.
Oh, they've done it for Roland. They've just done it for Roland in Arizona.
No, I'm not that special.
Sonny, there's a couple of boys on the chat here that want to take your bet. Andrew Begg
God.
saying he wants your bet here on the medley relay.
He's been messaging me all day saying we've got no chance. What does he want to bet? What are you betting?
Yeah, what are you betting, Beggsy?
Some
Come on.
Texas merch hat thing.
I bet.
What do you got, Texas hat?
I bet Petey will be skating like a pond jumper or whatever it is that you said.
A pond skater.
Pond skater.
Get a video of a pond skater up. They need to see. It's uncanny to Lydia Jacoby's breaststroke.
Sean, very good comment there, mate. I don't think we can ever go back to a regular broadcast after this. This has been too fun, isn't it? It's awesome.
Yeah, Sean's a good lad. He was a swimmer out in Hamilton in Dubai. He's now at Georgia Tech University, or was last year. I don't know where he is now, but yeah, he's a good lad.
Yeah. How good is it to have people with experience on here? Arianna, Roland, Tony. I mean, geez, like
Mike Bottom stopped in.
Oh, mate. Isn't it just crazy? It's just love it. Thank you guys for doing this so much.
What a time to be alive, isn't it?
I think the beautiful thing is everybody has such a unique experience of it. And we get asked questions of like, what is your experience? I think everybody thinks it's going to be the same, but everybody's experience of the Olympics and what they go through is so unique and so vastly different that it's really cool to hear. And just listening to Hacky walk us through a 1500, because like you said, we've never swum 1500s, and to those insights of trying to break them. I mean, I dive in for a 1500, I'm already broken.
Oh, how cool was that? Just to hear Hacky's thoughts. I mean, that's as deep as I've ever heard Grant go in analysis on the 1500.
Yeah, he was killing
definitely.
Yeah, that was wicked. Arianna, you get an itch to want to come back?
I think you know the answer to that.
Yes, 100%.
Definitely yes.
Definitely yes. Listen, Brent Hayden's put it all in us. I think at 37, doing what he's doing.
So I could skip Paris and go to LA and still be young. No, I'd be 38 for LA. So maybe
it's time. Hey, 3 years for Paris though. Eating croissants, going to the Champs-Élysées. Come on.
Oui.
Yeah, that's it. Let's do it.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. What you doing now?
I work as a recruiter. So I recruit for building technology people, the people that install your fire alarms or security alarms and sell those and build those and create those. That is my full-time job.
Nice.
Amazing.
Nice.
It's really fun being a woman in this industry. As I've been called before, like Brett was like, Arianna's one of the boys. I'm surrounded by men. So being able to come to the table and have a conversation with men I think swimming definitely prepared me for that, to be like, you guys aren't going to bulldoze me here in this conversation. So it's been fun.
Of course not. They're just showing the replay on my TV of that finish. What an epic race, that medley relay. That was legendary.
I mean, looking at the results, like Abby shouldn't feel sad.
No, she had a heck of a race.
She is bawling though. Yeah, she's feeling it. Wow, that's a lot of emotion.
It's also, this is her last race, so it's probably just the wave of emotion that comes at the end anyway.
You coming back in, mate?
I came back because I just looked at the relay lineup and I just had to say, Team USA, all right? 3 guys in there bent on vengeance, okay? Murph's not hungry. He didn't get what he wanted. Michael Andrew, hungry. Caleb, the guy's a rock, all right? The guy's rock solid. And then Zach Apple. After that last 800 free relay, like, they want to prove something. Now, the danger, as I'm saying as an analyst here, is that hunger, that desire for vengeance could lead to one of them flying on the relay start, especially after seeing how Kate Campbell, her quick relay start made the difference for that relay in the gold medal. So that's my take on it. So I'll leave you now.
Hot take.
He came to do that.
A little hot take from Anthony Herman. All right, I love that. There we go. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Look, Dave Durden. There we go. Dave's on TV there.
I mean, truly, Michael Andrew, 4th, 5th, I think, in his, like, how gutting.
Yeah.
That's awful.
But listen, as a first-time Olympian, making 3 finals in 3 just random events, I mean, good for him. A lot of heat on that poor kid, but he made 3 finals. Can we give the kid some credit?
2 4th place finishes individually.
I mean,
that's
come
rough.
on. But it's amazing, too.
It's amazing. It is amazing. But at the same time, it's like, it's not 3rd. It's not a medal. You don't get to go back and be like, yeah, I came 4th. Nobody cares, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, that's the only part of that sucks. But, man, he's done well. But he
He's
keeps
young
fighting.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of his stories the same as Worlds 2019, finals in all 450s, but no medals. And I think, yeah, he will want to start getting them individual medals before too long.
Yeah.
And I feel like this was supposed to be his like redemption story. Like he finally made the Olympics. Everybody doubted him. He's going to show everybody, and then not so much.
He didn't re-taper very well, did he?
Guys, he got 2 fourths at the Olympics. I went to 2 Olympics and never got 4th. I mean, he did better than I ever did. The son of
The
a
best
bitch.
I ever got was 8th, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, let's give him some credit. He did fantastic. Good on him. But he may end up with a gold medal right now. Like I think we've spoken too soon. This relay is really good. My boy Zach Apple at the back. Come on, Zach. Let's get some, baby.
Murph, 52-2, like 3 times already. Going for a 4th opportunity here.
Yep.
This will be a good race.
I'm so excited. What a way to finish this whole meet off.
I know, right? It is. This is like the best way to do it.
Have we not talked about a certain team? Are we missing anyone here, Sonny?
America?
No, I mean, is there anyone else
lane
other than
one?
America's in lane 1?
Yeah, that's what I thought we were talking about.
Italy have a great team. They're the fastest seeds by like over a second. They've got the young guy Session leading them off. Martineggi's been splitting 57s for fun on the breaststroke.
Yep.
Their fly leg is definitely their weakest leg, but they've still got like a 51 mid in the heat with Padicio. Then freestyle Moresi, who's been an absolute tear all year. So they've got a real shot. They're like, again, 3 out of 4 legs, which is sort of the theme for all 3 of them top teams. Britain lack the backstroker. America lack the breaststroke, or at least the form on their breaststroker. Because if he's 58-1 form, then they've got the whole package.
Roland, what do you see anything here that we're missing?
I think, oh man, US are perennial favorites.
Never
Not
lost.
based on form, exactly. GB, they look strong. They're world champions. So it's hard to root against them just based on their current form. James Guy going 50.0. That's a monster fly split. I mean, if Caleb's going 49.1 on fly and Petey's going 55 on that 100 breaststroke, if Guy's going 50 points, Caleb's going to have a really solid, incredible race to catch up.
Has anyone even talked about Australia? They've almost won every event, but I mean, has anyone mentioned Kyle Chalmers at the back of this relay here? We know how he closes like a madman.
Now that your fellow Australian's gone, nobody cares about the Australians. You lost your support.
I did, I know.
Kind of funny. We have 5 different nationalities on here right now.
Oh wow, yeah, we do too. I don't know, mate. I'm Bahamian. I represented the Bahamas at the Olympics.
You're like 1/5 of like Australian, Brazilian, Bahamian, American. What else?
I only had a hawk cap going into 2012 with a Bahamas flag on it.
Yeah. They made caps for Arianna and it said hawk on it. Oh my gosh.
The Bahamas is, bless their hearts, but they are not great with a uniform. So
it looks pretty though. It's pretty colors. I've still got the 2012 uniform upstairs. Pretty uniform. What is this? They're giving out medals here. What is this?
Trampoline.
I haven't even watched any Olympics. Have you guys watched anything?
Swimming.
Yeah, I've been trying.
It's been tough when all you do is watch swimming.
Yeah.
Man, you guys have got to watch some of the other events. They're good.
Track and field's already started, right? Oh,
Yeah.
track and field. The Jamaica went 1, 2, 3 in the 100 today.
Oh, it was ridiculous. Yeah.
That was amazing.
10-6-1, I think.
USA is gonna, or the women's or the men. They went 1, 2, 3.
Women. I don't think the men will. The women.
The USA is gonna be pissed because Sha'Carri Richardson's not there and blah 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 about that whole debacle.
And she's probably tweeting.
She is. She was tweeting. She was tweeting.
the winner went the second fastest time of all time, broke Flojo's Olympic record. So I
Oh,
don't know.
wow.
I don't think the American was beating her. She was gone. She was gone.
My thing is, and then I'm going to shut up about it. We all know that weed is illegal to the doping system community, whatever. You just, whether it's a debate about whether it's legal or not, it's illegal. Now I'm done.
Oh, good comment. Listen, I'll tell you this. You know, Arianna, I read body language a lot. Michael Andrew looks as relaxed as I've ever seen him this whole meet. So I'm swerving back to the U.S. side. If Michael Andrew is relaxed, I think he can pop one here.
I think you're 100% correct. The way he looked last night for his final, a couple nights ago for that 200 IM versus right now, complete opposite.
Yep.
Ryan Murphy looked like really chill too, so that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Michael Andrew was hyperventilating basically back there.
Yeah.
In the 200 IM.
Yeah. He looks different. He's got the boys around him. I think he looks a lot more secure and a lot more comfortable.
If anyone can take all the shit talking from around the world, and it's him, because he's been experiencing since he was 14 years old.
Right. Do you think he sees that stuff?
Yes, he told me on the podcast. He reads it.
Oh, he does?
But the swim comments.
Yeah, we talked about it.
I feel like if I knew, he's known that people have been talking crap about him since 14 when he went pro. I just stopped looking. People are going to talk shit regardless of what you do. So
it's easier said than done when it's everywhere on Instagram and meme pages and Swim Swam and USA Today and everything nowadays.
Yeah, someone said here, Peter Andrew probably told him. Yeah, I think he said that on the podcast, that his dad tells him some comments sometimes. Michael does not live in the comments by any means, but I think it gets, he hears it here and there from certain people, namely his dad as well. But I got the boys racing. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Blast, we're in the water.
Zhu Zhayu of China's out fast. He's ahead of Murphy going into the turn, or maybe not. Murphy's ahead.
Who's in the yellow cap?
Zhu Zhayu, the second fastest of all time, 51.86,
China
on PBs off her Murphy.
God, he's flying in the yellow cap. China's in yellow cap.
Yeah, his coach passed away, not too long ago.
Guys, I got to tell you here, from the vision that I'm getting, Murphy is smoking this 100 back.
Yeah, he is. He is. And Greenbank don't look good. Oh, let's see how far Pete can get us in the lead.
Oh, hang on. Murphy's coming back to the field here. Hang on.
Guys, we haven't lost this relay ever, baby. United States of America. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
52-3.
The U.S. has never lost this relay?
That's right.
Wow.
52-3. Michael Andrew in the water. A relaxed Michael Andrew, let me say. Here we go.
Pete's picking them off. It's like knocking them down. Pete's taking all of them almost by the first 50. Oh, God, look at this.
Oh, Petey. Oh, stop it.
Wow. Petey out in 25.8.
No.
No.
25.8.
That's not right. 25.
Michael Andrew
right?
26.
No, okay.
Who said that?
Michael Andrews out in 26.6. Adam Petey's out in 26 flat.
Petey's taking control of this race. Oh, Petey. Come on, baby.
He needs to give 0.8, I reckon. If he gives 0.8, we win this. 0.8 and it's good game.
Oh, Petey all day. Look at this.
What a pond skipper.
Points.
I don't know if he's got.
He is a monster.
Is Dressel doing? Dressel's doing it.
Yeah, but we've got Duncan, and Duncan is he is not satisfied with his week. He wants something.
Mate, Zappel's no pushover. Let me tell you that. Okay.
Michael Andrew 58.49. Adam Petey 56.53.
Oh, we got ourselves a race. We got ourselves a race.
Come on, Jimmy. Come on.
We got ourselves a race. Jimmy Guy looking across.
Come on.
Jimmy Guy out in 23.2. Caleb Dressel out in 22.6.
Woo!
Oh, come on. Come on, Slam.
Oh, Zappel.
I don't know if GP's got enough space.
Oh, a lot of pressure on Zappel right now.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, Zappel, it's over. It's over. It's over. Shut the gate.
Come on,
Shut the
baby.
gate. Shut the gate.
Caleb Dressel 49.03.
Jesus.
James Guy,
That one looks good.
50.27.
Yeah, shut the gate. It's over, boys.
He
What are they in
needs to
lane?
mix him. They've got the best lane. Whoever
Lane
said the
one?
Americans pick.
Oh, God, stop it. This is Zach Apple all day long, baby. Look at him go. God, he's been well coached from a young age.
Oh my god!
Do you know his coach, Brett?
I'm
Here
sorry.
comes this trumpet.
I'm sorry.
Toot your own
Come
horn.
on, baby. Keep it going.
I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, Duncan. No, it's not enough. It's not enough.
Look at the straight arm. Who told him to go straight arm in the last 15? Oh, that's beautiful.
Here we go.
Half a second.
World record. Zapple
Yeah,
with a
you've seen
world record. Oh, God, love him.
Zach Apple, 46.95.
Don't get out of the water. Don't get out of the water. Has everybody finished?
Deked. No, he's deked with one.
Did he get out of the water too early?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He got out of the
Is
water
that a
too
thing?
early. Yeah, you can't get out of the water till everyone's done. Is everybody done? I hope so.
Oh, the US officially disqualified.
Shut up.
What a shitty way to finish. If
Yeah.
that was
No. Zach Apple's finished a world record holder, double gold medalist.
I'm
Good
happy
on.
for Michael as well.
Dressel's in tears.
How many goals did Dressel win?
For 5.
5 gold.
5 golds and a 5th place in that mixed relay.
Uh-oh.
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 What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you, huh? USA!
Somebody
And
mute
then he's
that
gone.
guy.
Is that Anthony back again?
Who let that guy in?
What happened then? He just came in?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, wow. Oh, 326.7. Italy got the bronze. Good for them.
Yeah, they should have. They have.
They've had a great
Their
meet
team
as
is
well.
pretty stacked.
Dressel on the ground, bawling his eyes out again.
Yeah.
Nice.
What was his split? It must have been 49 low. It must
49
have been
flat.
49 flat.
49.03.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Michael?
That's
Can you whip the splits up, Nate?
58.4.
49.
Let me see if they
How do you split so fast? What are you looking at?
Olympic
just
website.
the Olympic.
I guess it doesn't matter now the meet's over. So why is Dressel being so dramatic?
It's the last picture. Last picture. This is for the sponsors. Good to see Zapple get a little redemption there after his miserable 200, but beautiful hundreds for him.
6'9".
Ooh, Zach Apple 0.042. Ooh.
Ooh, dirty. Damn.
Hey,
Zach.
what happened to Australia? Asking for a friend.
They won too many golds earlier.
53.1, 58.6, 50.7, 46.9.
Yeah. Only so much you can do,
Only so many gold medals you can win, right?
Let's give him a break.
What did Popoff say? Only one person wins.
Guys, listen to me. Everybody, listen to me. This has been a fantastic Olympic experience. I love you all so much. I love this format. I think we're onto something here. This is brilliant. Love it. I've got a Brazilian, this guy. I've got a Brazilian that I got to FaceTime with and tell him how much I love him right now because he just got a bronze medal at the Olympic Games. So I've enjoyed this experience. Hey, Sonny, fantastic all week, mate. You've been brilliant. Roland, from
Thanks for having me on.
start to finish, Roland, you've been brilliant, mate. Thank you for being here. Arianna coming in with your expert analysis. And my boy Nate. Hey, listen, Nate's my backbone. Can't do any of this without Nate. Thanks, mate.
Hey, anytime.
It was
Guys.
fun. Thank you.
Hey,
See you guys in 4 years. Maybe there or maybe
3
on the
years.
screen.
Arianna, it's definitely
Much
3
love.
years. I'll see you in 3 years.
See you
Okay,
in Paris or see you on the TV screen. Who knows?
everybody. Ciao.
Tokyo 2021.
Thanks, guys,
That's
so
a
much.
wrap.
Take care. Rest up.